Mark 5, 4, 3, 2.
On January 4th, 2023, John Thark turned 81 years old. 2 days later, he would run over himself with his Ford 8N tractor, an accident that would eventually take his life. This story is about the 30 hours leading up to his death when the spirits took control.
On January 10th, I received a call telling me that my dad's death was imminent. That my brother and my sister were each headed from different locations towards where my father was located in a hospital, and that it was unlikely that they would reach there before my father died. At that point, I did the only thing that I knew to do, and that was to reach out to try and send my spirit to my dad and let him know that he was loved and cared for. I went into a meditative state, using my intuition. I sent my spirit out to find Dad and send him that message of love and comfort. When my spirit reached my father's room, I then reached out to the spirits of my sister and my 2 brothers, and I called them together into a family cluster of our spirits, the siblings. So I called their spirits to join me, and then we joined together around and above my father, and we united our energies together to send him love and comfort. While we were doing this, a diamond of white light opened up, and my mother's spirit came through that and hovered overhead above us. She sent out a series of rays that came down from where she was at and surrounded the spirits of us. There came a point when my mother took control of the gathering of our spirits. I was released back to my conscious self, sitting in the garage where I had started this journey. And my mother took control. My spirit was still with the spirits of my mother and my siblings, surrounding my father with love and comfort. But I was returned back to my conscious and could not re-access my third eye to return to that location. Later in the day, I got the word that my dad's death wasn't immediately imminent. It was coming quickly, but there might be a chance for me to get there before he passed. And so with that news, I was told that my brother was driving in from West Virginia and that there would be time for me to get from Wisconsin to Missouri before my brother got there, and the decisions about how my dad's medical path would continue would be made when my brother made it to that location. And so I got in my truck and I headed towards Missouri. Nine and a half hours later, when I arrived at the hospital, my dad was semi-awake, semi-lucid, and I had a chance to talk with Dad. When my brother arrived at 1:30 in the morning, my dad wasn't conscious and he wasn't really lucid, and my brother didn't get the opportunity to speak to him the way that I had. But the decision was made. The hospital staff woke up Dad and had a conversation with him. They were able to get him awake and asked him if he wanted to prolong what was coming and inevitable. And my dad said he saw no reason to prolong it. So they removed most of the medical equipment from my dad, and my dad woke, and we had an hour and a half of lucid, warm conversation where we laughed and we cried, and my dad told us the things that he wanted us to know. About 12 hours later, my brother and his wife were at a hotel trying to catch some rest, and my other brother and my sister and I were at my dad's side. Suddenly, Dad opened his eyes, looked up, and was immediately gone. Shortly after my father's death, I again saw the white diamond of light appear in the room above us, and I felt the presence of Mom and Dad. And my mother was there to guide my dad to wherever the next place is. And after a few moments, my mother and my dad disappeared through the diamond of white light, and the diamond disappeared. And that was it.